Back in the beginning of June, we were finally able to host our 8th grade graduation at St. Patrick's School of the Terre Haute Deanery. It had obviously been put off because of COVID-19 and all that's been going on, and that was kind of the first safe date that we could have the students come with a few of their guests, very, very few guests were allowed to go there. We also wanted to get as much into that Mass as we possibly could. Usually, under normal circumstances, we'd have a dinner the night before, there'd be all these award ceremonies, all these different things that would happen in tandem to having their graduation Mass, but we try to clump everything into this very, very short amount of time in the church. And so we were very blessed after communion was distributed and we were seated afterwards that we had our valedictorian and salutatorian speeches. And I didn't warn him ahead of time, but I'm going to reference Paul Masaka's talk. He was our salutatorian. He's back at the back right now, bringing our camera. So a round of applause for Paul, salutatorian. And as happens a lot of times with graduation speeches, he focused a lot on gratitude, thanking people, his teachers and all of his friends, all the people that were at St. Patrick's that make it the amazing school that it is. But at one point, he thanked his parents, and what he said really struck me. He thanked his parents specifically for bringing the family to the United States from Kenya, where he could get one of the best educations in the world. Now, when he said that, I just thought that was awesome. And being the patriot that I am, I latched onto that. And it was well said, Paul. Very, very well said. What amazes me, as a patriot, I love America so much that people from around the world want to be here. They love this country and what it stands for, the freedoms that it provides, the opportunities that it has. Of course, today we celebrate our 4th of July, our independence. I like to highlight this, though, because obviously everything going on today, it's put a lot of different things in perspective. And so I would like to spend this homily, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just very, very simple or naive, I don't know, but I'm going to present why I love America, what I love about this country. So I mentioned earlier that people are trying to get here. It is amazing. They did some studies. This is the New York Times. This was an article back in 2005. And they found that since 1990 to 2005, in that 15-year span, there were more Africans that migrated to the United States voluntarily, that they wanted to be here. They went through the proper channels. They got jobs here. They wanted to be in the United States. More people moved to the United States voluntarily from Africa in those 15 years than the entire number of Africans that came in chains during the slave trade. And that doesn't incorporate all those who came before 1990 and all those who have come since 2005. Now, to me, when you're looking at the history of our country and the sins of our country from the past, that's a good sign that we're making progress. That's a good sign that we are making inroads where our land is a land of opportunity for all. And we see this even in some of the great men and women who have come to the United States and have sought their fortunes here. So another one from Africa, he was from South Africa, is Elon Musk, which many of you probably know his name. He's big into the science and engineering fields. He is the one who runs SpaceX, that just put a man from the United States back up to the space station. First time that we have had that happen in the United States in a very, very long time on our native soil. And Elon Musk is also in charge of Tesla, which is trying to have renewable energies be the primary focus on cars. He's big on solar panels. He's doing all these things to try to renovate and make the future a better place for the next generations. He was born and raised in South Africa. And he realized at an early age that he was quite bright. He was a very, very smart kid. Even as a teenager and a young adult, he was able to develop websites that he was able to sell for millions of dollars because he just knew what the market needed at that time. He started these big companies. Knowing this, he knew, and if you watch any interview with Elon Musk, he'll say this. He's like, I knew at an early age there was only one country in the world that I could go to if I really wanted to further my creative endeavors in science and engineering, if I really wanted to build a business in the world today and change the future for the human race for the better, I needed to come to the United States of America. And by golly, has he done it. And it's amazing. We lead the world in innovation. There are more new startup businesses in the United States than anywhere else in the world. We have better technology, new technologies that are being innovated and brought about all the time. We have, and I know this was contrary to popular belief, but we have the best education anywhere in the world. If you don't believe me, there was a study done of our university system specifically, and it was done by the U.S. News and World Report in 2019, just last year, and they did this comprehensive, detailed listing of the best universities in the world that you can go to receive an education and make a change for the future. Now, I have the list of the top 25 universities in the world in front of me, and I want you to listen to these. So, number one, the most prestigious university you can go to, and what they base this on is the number of books and articles that these institutions have produced, the number of times that they are referenced by other researchers. So this is like a source of authority when other people are doing scientific or sociological research. Number one is Harvard University, and I'm not going to put the numbers for each one of them, but it goes Harvard University, MIT, Stanford, University of California, Berkeley, and then at number 5 we get the University of Oxford. That's the first non-American university, number 5. Number 6 is California Institute of Technology, then Columbia University, Princeton University. Then at number 9 is University of Cambridge. That's the second non-American university. Number 10 is University of Washington, Johns Hopkins University, Yale University, University of Chicago, University of California, Los Angeles, University of California, San Francisco, University of Pennsylvania, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Number 18 is University of Toronto, so Canada. Number 19, University of California, San Diego. Then the Imperial College of London in the UK, University College of London in UK, so 20 and 21 are in Great Britain. Then it goes Duke University, Cornell University, Northwestern University, and coming in at number 25 is the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich, Switzerland. That means of the top 25, there are 19 in the United States of America. And you see it even when you go here to like ISU in Terre Haute. People from around the world come to this school. From around the world, they come to Rose-Hulman. From around the world, they go to IU and Purdue. Notre Dame, which by the way, that kind of bugged me. Notre Dame was not on this list. You know it's not biased, because if I was making the list, Notre Dame, it'd be up there. But we have the best schools. We also do the most medical innovation of any country in the world. Our technology and the medicines that we produce outpace the rest of the world by, it's not even close. Like if you look at the research that we've done and what is sent abroad as medicine and techniques with surgeries, it is unreal. They did a listing, and this is from a couple websites that I pulled together, so myvessel.com and imbibe.com. You can check this out, and there are other listings. They have the top 10 doctors in the world listed, right? And I'm sorry to say that it was none of our parishioners. I was really looking, I was hoping, didn't make the list, but top 10 doctors around the world. Number 10 is Dr. Mona Abaza, ears, nose, throat doctor, and she works at University of Colorado Hospital. Number 9 is Dr. Sudhanshu Bhattacharya, cardiovascular surgeon from Mumbai, so not American. Number 8 is Dr. Mark Aaron, cardiologist from Duke University School of Medicine. Number 7, Dr. Corey Anderson, pediatric anesthesiologist, University of Washington School of Medicine. Number 6, Dr. Arthur Reese Albright, from psychiatry, and she works at New York Medical College. Number 5, Dr. Naresh Trehan, cardiovascular surgeon from New Delhi in India. Number 4 is Dr. Khalid Abed, neurosurgeon from Yale University. Number 3, Dr. Fawand Abbas, gynecologist and oncologist from Sinai Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. Number 2, Dr. Miles Abbott, pediatrician from Children's Hospital in Oakland. And number 1, Dr. William Abdu, orthopedics, Dartmouth Institute. So of this list of the top 10, I believe it's 8 of them are here in the United States, top doctors in the world. Pretty incredible stuff that we're seeing here. So that's education, we're talking about medicine, we're talking about leading the way with that. The other thing that amazes me, and I feel like we don't hear enough about this, is the Pax Americana. Does anyone know that phrase, the Pax Americana? Raise a show of hands. Pax Americana, a few people? So here's the thing, the Pax Americana is based on the ancient Roman phrase, when the Roman Empire existed, of the Pax Romani, which was the Roman peace. That Rome had conquered so much of the Mediterranean that there were no wars. And yet I'll say this is from Wikipedia, and which I know is not the most academic, but it still is fascinating. So they talk about what the Pax Americana is, and they define it is the time period in which the United States has been the most influential and powerful nation in the world, and has led a global system in which the world has been more peaceful than at any other time in its history. Let me just repeat that. Has led a global system in which the world has been more peaceful than at any other time in its history, and has lasted from the end of World War II in 1945 to the present day. While other nations, most notably China, have risen in influence and power in recent years, the United States is projected to stay the most powerful nation decades into the future based on many factors, including strength of economy, military, geography, and demographics, among others. That is unreal. That because of America's influence in the world and the good that it is doing around the globe, we have not seen a major war in almost 70 years, over 70 years. That's incredible. That is phenomenal to see that taking place. And not only is our military amazing, and I know they get a bad rep, but our police force is one of the best in the world. If you look at any list online, I checked out dozens, well, I mean not dozens, but at least 10 lists online. Every single one of them, even in the current climate, where they're getting a bad reputation, and yes, there are things that need to be fixed, I'm not arguing that at all. But every time they rank in the top 10 in the world, if not the top 5, as one of the best. NYPD and LAPD on their own are bigger and better trained than most militaries in the world. And they're trained in so many different ways, not to promote violence, but to help people. It is incredible. And then, of course, the United States is also, believe it or not, one of the most religious countries in the world. Did you know that the United States is home to more Christians than any other nation on the globe? We have in our country 213 million Christian souls. When we break it down to the Catholic sphere, the United States is the 4th largest Catholic country in the world. Any guesses the other 3? Brazil. Philippines, yes. What? Well, Africa is a continent, but yes, Africa would have a lot as well. Brazil, and the other one, south of us? Mexico. So Brazil leads with 140 million, then Mexico with 100 million. Philippines have 85.4 million, and the United States has 72.6 million Catholics, followed by Italy with 50 million. And the crazy thing is, even the stats are amazing. Even though church attendance has dropped dramatically in the United States in recent years, in a recent Gallup poll, 87% of Americans say that they believe in God. I say all of this because one of our great virtues in Christianity is hope. And here recently it's been hard to see a lot of hope. With everything going on, what the media is saying, all these different things that are being put out there by politicians and everybody else. And so I felt like for my own sake, I needed to do this. I need to go and find these things and why they're the case. And the reason why all these stats are there and all these different things that point to the United States being the amazing and wonderful place that people want to go to and live, it's because we're free. Because when freedom abounds, these things can happen. When people are empowered and given the opportunity, they're capable of anything. Which is why Jesus Christ taught us the things that he did. When we were created by God, we were not created evil. We were created incredibly good. And Jesus Christ came and wanted to infuse us with that, wanted to remind us of that. And so he speaks to us even in today's gospel, and he recognizes how hard it is to live in the world. He recognizes how hard it is to slug through all the hardships and terrible things that happen. And he says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest." He asks us to take his yoke upon him, that he is willing to share the burden with us, that he wants to free us from anything that binds us. And I find in everything that I read and everything I look at that one nation in the world that's the most free to be able to do exactly that is the United States of America. I am proud to be a Catholic, and I'm proud to be an American. And so I'd like to end this homily, if you agree with me, to end it with the singing of America the Beautiful. Because this country is beautiful, even with its scars, even with its wounds. And may God bless it forevermore. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. God bless America.
Amen.